Hi folks, I'm Gardner Goldsmith for MRC-TV. And you know, I think we're all aware that sometimes we get together here because we have news about an immediate breaking issue, some law that's been passed or a bill that's been proposed that will attenuate our liberties and the liberties of our neighbors. But sometimes we discuss things that are harbingers, they're indicators of storm clouds gathering. And this is one of those cases. A new report from politically minded scientists who want to connect obesity, so-called undernutrition, and, yeah, you got it, climate change has just been released. And what do they recommend? Yes, they want a worldwide tax and regulation battle against, get this, sugar and meat. Wow. Hey, remember when science and medicine weren't political tools? All right, admittedly, you have to be pretty old for that, I suppose, or a vampire. I'm a vampire! But I think we've all probably noticed over the past 20 to 30 years, there's been a profound trend towards the politicization of science. And that trend just took a big step up with the release of the new Lancet medical journal study called, get this, The Global Syndemic of Obesity, Undernutrition, and you got it, climate change. Yeah, it had to come out. Wow, that's going to be a big bestseller. And to his credit, Bailey Lincoln of Reason Magazine went through this whole study, and I got to tell you, it is not fun to read. And he noticed a few very salient points about it. Of course, the first is that the authors blithely assume that man's use of energy and his gaseous output are causing catastrophic climate change, when, of course, the term itself was used to replace the first boogeyman that the statists were pushing, global warming, because there was no measurable rise in global temperatures between 1997 and 2015. Regardless of that, the Lancet team decided to not only bandy about the climate change boogeyman, but they decided to link it in a sophistic fashion to the word syndemic. Oh, okay. Well, let's check out what Lincoln has to say about that. The concept of a syndemic, basically two or more related pandemics, is pretty novel. So is tying climate change to both the overconsumption and underconsumption of calories. But the solution the authors propose will sound frustratingly familiar. And if you guessed regulation and taxation, you nailed it. In short, their big fix is to treat food companies like tobacco companies and tax meats and sugary food and drink. End quote. So, obesity and undernourishment are connected to climate change because, of course, too much food is being grown and too much meat is being raised. And yeah, you got it. Too much carbon and methane are being pumped into the lungs of Mother Earth. Global warming. The answer? Well, yeah, these scientists have got it. Regulate and tax people. And lest one think that this won't happen beyond the confines of, say, Michael Bloomberg's New York City a few years ago, well, just look to jolly old England, where a few months ago the British government saw a number of politicians floating a plan to mandate the portion sizes of foods and the condiments and toppings that you could get for pizzas nationwide. It's all part and parcel with the centralized regulatory scheme of the national health system in England, which they have had since 1947 and which has long been out of money and which is used to tell people how to live their lives, and is also something to which many American collectivists look as a great example of where America should go. So, if people think that this is just an isolated report coming from Lancet and that it's not a harbinger of things to come, I hope they will reconsider that opinion. Because typically, these things start to trend towards some form of legislation. And this appears to be exactly what these so-called scientists want in this report. What do we want? We want to thank you for watching. And don't forget, If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the little bell because it will tell you when new videos appear from MRC-TV. So bon appetit, everybody. For MRC-TV, I'm Gardner Goldsmith.